เ right, you show me.
Hello. So, do you have any questions about this video clip? Don't just look and listen and have no questions in your mind at all. You want to form a question instead of always waiting for me to ask the question? Yes? What the? Shoot. Hello. Yes. So, your question?
What he shoot everyone there?
Why did he shoot everyone? Okay. Try to ask more critical questions, and I'm going to give you 2 points. Anyone? Yes. Yes. The microphone.
Why is Michael Jackson so white?
No. Please keep within the topic of discussion. Okay? Topic. What is the topic of discussion today? Crime. So think about crime. And when you saw that video clip, what did it make you think of? Okay? No questions. I need you to develop the ability to ask questions. Don't accept everything you hear. And just listen without any ideas in your head. Okay? Yes?
Why did he have the right to kill other people?
You think you have the right to
No,
do it?
why?
Why? You should stay. Ask. Does he have the right to kill everybody? The why we don't know. I mean, nobody can answer that question, right?
So why he had the right to
You
kill
ask
other
him
people?
why. I don't know why. He killed others. You're asking
Okay.
why he should have the right to kill. Does he have the right to kill everyone? And you can answer her question or you can ask your own question. Keep within the topic of discussion. Did you raise your hand? Yes.
Is there gun control law? Because I see many of them are handling
Guns. So actually he was breaking the law, you think?
Yes.
Right? So the topic that you should be discussing, there's one topic that we're discussing today about gun control. Yes?
One point teacher.
Yes. Two. If they ask you questions, okay? Yes.
I have a question.
You, whatever you want to do. Talking to you. It's all good. We just have to talk, into the microphone, not like this. Okay?
I think he has no right to hear the other people, but because it is the place that out of control, like there is no law at that place.
Well, that's also, okay, you get a point. Who wants to argue with her? Argument, not no more question because no one, we are starting a discussion, yes.
Technically, this is just a music video, but it still promotes gun violence. And the point is that in some place, it is okay to carry a gun, but it is never okay to shoot everyone in the face. Like in Texas, is
Right.
you have a right to you can buy a gun freely. Like
No, not
everywhere.
freely, not freely.
Yes, you have to have a
A permit, but you need to be investigated. Your life history, they will investigate.
yes, but you can carry it
Before
openly.
you're allowed to carry a gun. But it's now legal. It's now legal in Texas to carry a gun. And that's what you're going to do. What do you think about her assertion that you should never shoot at anyone? Do you agree with that? Yes? You agree with that? Even though this person is a robber or murderer who is going to sort of shoot your maybe your husband or your child, you still should not shoot at that
Yeah.
burglar. You should not, even though he's going to shoot and kill your spouse, your husband, your child, you still should not shoot at him. See, this is what you should think. This is how you should discuss and be critical. Don't accept what she said as gospel truth. Question, but what if? This is the question I want you to have in your mind all the time. Not to accept everything other people tell you about as true and real all the time. Because it's not always true. Is it? I mean, are you not going to defend yourself if someone is going to shoot you? You should just allow that guy to shoot you and allow yourself to get killed. When you have a gun, you're not allowed to shoot at anyone. Yeah. Right. But it's not on anymore. Could you please? ช่วยดูไปสายเน็ตเลยคุณคะช่วยดูไมโครโฟนหน่อยแบตเตอรี่
Yes, please.
But I think the battery is low. แบตเตอรี่มันต้องจะหมดมันถึงได้ปิดโทษทีแสดงว่าแบตมันไม่ได้โลนะมีแบตOkay, so before you say anything, please think before you say. Don't say just generalize everything. You never shoot anyone. It's not legal. You can shoot anyone. But what if you are in a situation where you have to defend yourself? See? So next time, why don't you sort of, think in more than one direction or one angle. Think about something in 360. Look at it from all sides. Anyway, Can you, I'm going to ask you that this is very simple, not analytical question at all, but to give you the chance to get points. Can you list for me, anyone, any crimes that you see that is happening or depicted in the video? Anything that you think is criminal?
I think the crime when I think from in my opinion when the kids look at when the adults use a gun or kill people, I think it's a crime for the kids that
It's a crime for the kids.
they have to see that they should not see.
It's not a crime, I mean legally, right? I'm asking you for a crime. But I agree that it's something that should not be done, but it's not illegal. Right? I mean, if you hold gun and the kids see you and you're not going to be put into jail for doing that. So there is no law that says, you cannot do it or you're going to sort of be penalized for it, right? Right. So, but what are the crimes that you saw? What were the crimes that you saw on the video clip? You had a chance already. Let me give someone else a chance. Yes? But it's art. Just talking to it.
They have two kids. Was kidnapping.
It's kidnapping. Okay, kidnapping. Yes, one. Yes. Any crime in any other crime that you saw? Come on, you did not look at the video. I was showing. Oh, very nice dance. Michael Jackson is doing very cute dance. Nice song, nice dance. That's it. This is a class. What is this class? It's a class develop critical thinking ability. Yes, anyone? You got a chance. He got 1 point already. Anyone? Yes? Yes?
Assassinate.
Yes?
Assassinate.
Huh?
Assassinate.
ทารินีค่ะ
Can't hear at all. Pass him the microphone. Who is talking the microphone? Oh, it's on.
Assassination.
No, assassination is when. Okay.
Thank you.
Order. Anyone else? Other crimes that you saw?
ที่หยอดเหรียญในตู้เพลง
Ow! You didn't say anything. Come on, guys. There are a lot of crimes. There were a lot of crimes in that video. The what? Hey, microphone. See, we are taping. So if you don't talk into the microphone, do that. Microphone. And so I want you to talk. It is art, just talking to it. ตายจบเวรไปไหนแล้วล่ะ Where is the other batteries?
Hello. Hello.
Oh, it's art. Come on.
There was a grabbing.
The what?
Grabbing. Grapple.
The what? It's not a crime. It's not a crime to grab someone. Gambling. There is no R there. There is an L. Gambling. Gambling. Okay, good. Change. Yes.
Prostitution.
Prostitution. Yes, prostitution is there. One last thing. Anything else? Yes. Drug. Where do you think show drug? What is there? That actually show that you're using drug.
Drink alcohol. Drink alcohol.
Which part of the video actually suggested? I just like guessing. Which part?
About minutes Three.
What suggestion? Which part of the video clip suggested for you to try? Yes? Hello? You just guess? What? I just wave your hand. What?
Kidnap a girl.
It's already taken. Yes. Give him the microphone.
You think?
Stop. He might. Stop. Yes. Arm force is
No.
What is it? Where is the microphone? Yes. Right here. What is say? Try to use the right terminology. Yes.
You think violence?
เมื่อกี้นี้ใครบอกอย่าง somebody said that something assault using force is like assault. Remember the terminology is called assault. A-S-S-A-U-L-T. Using force is not illegal. And using force to force someone to move to a different thing. You can use force to move objects, right? You can use force to move. So using force is not illegal, but assault is. Anyone else? Yes? Oh. Did you say something? No? Don't have anything to say, and then you wanted the microphone. What for? Anyone? Who's the other girl? You have to go. Oh, you wasted your time, my time. The what? Oh, Marcy, you think it's nothing to do with it. Burglary. Where is that? Where is that? Just guess it. Riot is when a lot of people go out the street. Okay, and use violence in the street. Making a loud noise, but it's in a nightclub, so it's okay. I mean, if you don't disturb anybody else, you having, using loud noise too. No, people when they go then we have to accept the fact that it's going to be loud again, right? You can't go into the club and say, be quiet, I want you to be quiet, don't make it noisy. Not reasonable, is it? If you don't like the noise, you can walk out of the club, right? Yeah, so I don't think that's it.
พี่คะประตูตรงนี้เปิดหรือเปล่า
No, somebody said that. So just walk inside things, not cry. Okay, so I think we can start the discussion now. Another prize that you mentioned. But gun control was not a prize. The prize was possession. Gun possession, the possession of weapon. Yes, so gun possession, okay? Possession of firearms. Firearms include all types. yourself.
My name is Anyada Jalanpamhot.
My name is Sanapat Kalawe.
My name is Nanalin Chong Sirikul.
My name is Shanon Eviwatanakul.
And I am Wansiri Laksanan. I am a leader of the first discussion. Let's begin. Today's topic of discussion is prostitution. Do you know more than 1,000 children are arrested for prostitution every year in the United States, and 50% of them are victims who are either kidnapped or forced into prostitution through human trafficking. What's even worse is that these children are treated as criminals rather than victims. According to laws.com, prostitution is a criminal act that includes a trade or exchange of sexual acts with the hope of the receipt of economic gain or opportunity. In Thailand, prostitution law is not strictly imposed. However, being a prostitute is considered disgraceful and unacceptable in Thai society. Now, I'm going to show you a video clip about the girl who got kidnapped and forced into prostitution. It took place in Ohio, in the United States, where prostitution is illegal.
We all went in, and it was me, my cousin Chrissy, and my cousin Cody, and if we could go down and get some Frosties before dinner. And she said, yeah, me and Chrissy's walking, and that's when the Lincoln pulled up. From the very beginning, they drilled it into my head, they drilled it into her head, that, you know, if we try to act up, something really bad was going to happen. He threw me into the dining room table, busted me up pretty good. But Chrissy, she dragged up the stairs by her hair, threw her down the stairs, and did it again like 3 more times. I didn't want to end up dead, I didn't want her dead, it'd be my fault, you know, I mean, it's like, they had us completely wrapped, completely controlled, you know, to where we were brainwashed, to where we were like, okay, we have to do this or else, you know, something bad can happen. I mean, that's what they did. They just played us off each other, you know, and it worked. Here we are, you know, I'm 15 years old, my cousin's 14, and we're here at a truck stop, you know, being forced to work it, you know, being forced to go to truck, asking, you know, if the guy would like to have sex with us, you know, and we're young girls, terrified out of our minds. That truck driver paid for sexual acts with me. So I had to do that with another guy that I didn't even know. It was just an awful experience. How many truck drivers, you know, was okay with it. You know, not thinking that, you know, this is somebody's daughter, you know, this is somebody's family member, you know, that is missed, you know, we don't do that. That they don't want to be here. Thank God what saved me was that truck driver that did think that, you know, that called in and said, hey, you know, this is whoever at the TA's truck stop, you know, and we have some girls out here that look pretty young.
Oh, that trucker. The one that made it phone call. I think about him all the time. I have never met him. I don't know who he is, but boy, I owe him a lot. If it wasn't for him calling the police.
Okay, so according to the girl in the video clip, the truck drivers who paid these children for sex were not afraid of getting arrested, and they didn't care that these girls are underage girls. Only one of them called the police, but before that they just have sex with her and then they didn't care. Yeah. And I have also read an article that said that criminalizing prostitution creates a huge difference between raping underage children and paying to rape them. And sadly, the buyers of sex with underage girls rarely get arrested. I believe that child prostitutes are victims and they deserve all legal protections like other people. Don't you think so?
I agree. Prostitutes, especially child prostitutes, have the right to be protected by law as citizens and should be respected as a human being. They have a heart and soul. They have feelings. They should not be treated as criminal or object worthless objects.
I agree with Mickey. Each people have different life opportunities. Some women or children have no choice, so they have to work as prostitution, and some are forced or deceived into prostitution by human traffickers. They should not be seen as a disgusting person and should not be discriminated. People in the society should accept and respect them as a human being.
I disagree with you. I have read the article about prostitution in Brazil. Many children willingly enter prostitution because it is fast money. They were not forced or abused into prostitution, so discriminating it would encourage more people to enter prostitution. Furthermore, it will lead to raping.
Rape. So you think that do you think that prostitution is okay? No. But you were saying that it makes a lot of money. So why not? Some girls who come from very poor family and she has a lot of responsibility. Why not take this job as a prostitute? I mean, if she was not coerced to do it, she does it voluntarily.
I didn't agree that the prostitution makes a lot of money, but people in Brazil do that because it's a fast money.
Fast money. Right, a lot of people do many other jobs do that from this fast money. Actually.
I agree with us.
Why?
Because if the law allows the prostitute to be illegal,
Yeah.
and sexual transmission disease,
No, that's wrong. Anybody would like to?
such as HIV or AIDS.
No, but the thing is, you misunderstand the process of legalizing prostitution. Mind you, I'm not saying that we should legalize prostitution. I'm not saying that. I just want you to discuss about it and know the right thing about it. When you legalize prostitution, then that means that whoever wants to do the job must be certified. They have to go and get their health checked regularly. See? So you can control the disease, so less disease will be transmitted to the customers. Less disease, not more disease will be spread. If we don't legalize prostitution, then they all go out and do all these things without any control, no health checking. And so if they have AIDS or other diseases, they will spread to the customers.
But from the men,
Right.
but from the men, you can
The same men prostitute.
just no.
No, but you see, when you have legalized prostitution, then you are forced to use protection. So, the men with the disease that visits the prostitutes would not be spreading the disease to the prostitutes. And the prostitutes would not be spreading the disease to the men. If you don't do this, you get caught, Because when you legalize prostitution, then there will be policing. Okay? Closely check. If you don't use correct protection, protection แปลว่าอะไร What does it mean? Yes, you use you use all kinds of protections that are safe to a certain level. This is when you have legalized prostitution.
Yeah, I agree with your point because unlike illegal prostitution, the sex workers are forced to engage in sexual intercourse without using a condom, and they cannot report to the police because the police won't care about them.
Yeah.
And therefore, by legalizing prostitution, it would encourage people to have a safer sex.
Yes. Good. So, what do you think?
So, what are your opinions? Do you think prostitution should be legalized?
In my opinion, I think prostitution should not be legalized because I think it is one of the gender discrimination.
Gender discrimination? Yeah, why?
Because if because if prostitution is legal, there is a possibility.
Yes? Put into the microphone, say it into the microphone. Where is the other microphone?
There's a possibility that
No. You have to talk because he wants to talk. That's why it was with him at first. So you have to give him the chance first. Yes. Bye. Yes.
Because most all the victims by prostitution is women and they are discriminated by other people men who use the prostitution.
Yes. Pass the microphone.
I don't think so because I think people should have freedom of human right to do everyone that they want and
Anything.
but
Under the law. Under the law, but the thing is, in certain countries the law says something, the law says one thing, in another country it says another, like in the US, in some countries in Europe, prostitution is legal. So the law says okay to do this, but in Thailand, prostitution is still illegal, so we're not allowed to do that. You see, so it depends on the law. It's not like, you can do anything you like you said. Even though you can't say this is my human right, I can kill someone in my life too. You can't do that, right?
but they don't agitate to other people.
If what they do doesn't hurt anybody else, I think it's okay. Right? You have the right to do anything as long as it doesn't hurt other people.
Under the law.
Under the law. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody else, you can do it. But don't you think that prostitution actually hurts other people? You get the point, anybody else? But think about it, whether prostitution actually hurts other people or not. And actually, if you legalize prostitution, then there would be less child abduction and human trafficking, right?
I think that prostitution should be legal because.
So you think there would be less chance of kids being abducted to become prostitutes because it's controlled by the government. So it becomes a legitimate occupation.
of profession.
I think that prostitution should be legal because it can increase income of the country because the condom company will increase the income because people use it.
Yeah. Oh, and it's good for the country because
it can increase
what?
tax of the condom company.
That sell condoms, it will be good for you. No, but think about the larger picture. Larger picture, yes.
I agree with him.
By legalizing prostitution, it would increase the taxation of the government because prostitutes need to pay tax as well. So the government will have the income to spend on some other things such as education, healthcare.
That's what you should be saying. She's already said it, so you can't say it. Microphone, please.
ไม่มา
Hey!
มันไม่ติดอ่ะ
Why stop? Call in to get a new microphone. That's not working.
I think it should legal because we are already
Yes?
I think it should legal because we are already know where to find prostitution in Thailand, and if we support this, the government will receive take from
And also, it's good for tourism, isn't it?
Yes, is that right?
And I'm saying you should now. Who wants to live the opposite of Chinese? Listen to me now. Chinese legalizing prostitution. Chinese because I was arguing. I want someone to argue against it now. Anyone? Yes.
Totally agree with you that we should save our picture of our country. Right? So we should not legalize.
Save the picture. Let me find a better word. Amen. Very good.
So prostitution is it simply the immoral.
Yes. Immoral. Yes. But not to certain people.
For Thai people, there is.
Yeah, for Thai. It's not. Well, it's like a morally law according to our religion.
Yeah. So I think that we should not legalize it.
Should not be like it. So you say, okay, if there's no spread of diseases like AIDS or gonorrhea,
Yeah.
you or anybody who receives them, that's okay.
We say that.
Because that's what's going to happen. Right? If you not legalize it, they would still be spreading diseases without any control.
I beg to differ.
Are you back to differ?
Because like right now, Thailand is really like about illegal prostitution abroad. So our image is not good. Anyway, even if prostitution is illegal, by legalizing it, for example, like in Germany or the United Kingdom, their image is still good and the prostitutes are protected and they're safe, so they have a better image than Thai prostitutes. So I think prostitution should be legalized in Thailand.
Yes, and you want to disagree with
I agree with those two because our image is foreigners already know that Thailand is illegal prostitution. So we should legalize it.
Should we legalize it?
She said because it is her right to do something like that.
Well, you should not say it's her right to do it. If it says illegal, you have the right to do it as long as you don't hurt anyone. Okay? Now, I want to say this, but I'm giving you the chance to say it. You don't think that when you legalize prostitution and then the prostitute have the right to do this?
I agree that the prostitute should be legalized because I believe that people who have the prostitution business, I think they have another combination to like addiction or the human selling to more than the prostitution business and they will be checked from the government if the prostitution should be regularized.
Okay. I like it. Where's the microphone right now?
Prostitution should be legal because the problem of rape will be decreased, and because men use the service of prostitute instead.
That doesn't have to do anything with legalization because when it's not legalized,
legal.
Yes, when it's still not legal right now, people can argue that it reduces the rate of rape. Yes. So your argument doesn't have anything to do with legalization. My name, no, you don't listen. Your argument is not good. Okay? Whatever. Please listen.
I think that prostitution should be legalized because women do not for the authority when they are more export.
Yes. But the thing is, hey, listen to my argument against her. Okay? She was saying that if you legalize
มันถูกครับแน่นอน
then the rate of rapeคนจะถูกไม่รู้ใช่เราเนี่ย I'm not sure that it is the case because even though you don't legalize prostitution
ก็มันเป็นสิ่งของคนเนี่ย
people are prostitution right now illegal one reduces the rate of rape
คือก็ต้องปล่อยมันถูกกฎหมายไง
now prostitution
ทำให้มันเป็นเรื่องใหญ่โตอาจารย์ครับจำแขนขึ้นแล้วครับ
right for sex but then they don't know where to go right so husbands may not be able to get it from the wife
ถ้าเกิดบังคับ
therefore you know they can go
ต้องมีกฎหมายมาจัดการคนแต่งงานแล้วห้ามไปอย่างเงี้ย
instead of having
คนออกมาก็วะ
ไม่ผู้ชายที่จะไปซื้อ
doesn't have to be
ห้ามไปมึงดูบัตรไม่ได้เว้ย
อะไรผู้หญิงมันเปลี่ยนแต่ผู้ชายมันไม่เปลี่ยนเป็นนายอยู่มันจะเป็นนายสาวเป็นข้างในเกลียดไปไม่ฝันแล้วมันจะ
แล้วเรามีสิทธิ์ยกก่อน
แต่งงานแค่เป็นนาย
ไม่จะบอกว่ามันไม่ต้องถูกกฎหมายดิเฮ้ยใครถูกกฎหมายวะโบนกันเลยนะถูกกฎหมายมาโบนกันเลยนะใครว่าถูกยกมือ
ไม่ถูกกฎหมายก็ต้องเข้าไป
ใช่พูดกันเยอะแยะอะไร
You don't believe that in Thailand we can legalize prostitution because our police force is not strong enough. So even though you legalize it, there will be some prostitution racketeers
เอาแขนแกะตอนนี้มีชัดตัวหรืออยู่
I told people to go. Okay, good argument. I'm gonna give the test to the guys.
In my opinion, if the positive is illegal, illegal, owner or business will pay a lot of money to police in them country for do this business fully. This dirty money can spare to both owner and police. It can corruption because have a lot money dirty, have a lot dirty money.
ฝรั่งเศสก็มีว่าขายแพงแล้วห้องแบบขาย
Oh, okay. So you're saying that. You're saying that it's gonna be some.
เคยไปเหรอรู้ว่าแพงอ๋อนึกว่าเคยไป
It's going to pay the police to look at the way, right? To keep the business to go legally. So you don't believe that legalization in Thailand? Okay. Yes.
Prostitution should not be legalized because it's
ถูกกฎหมายครับ
นี่ชิวเป็นนายกที่ถูกกฎหมายแน่นอนชิวเป็นนายกเมื่อไหร่นี่ไม่มีคำว่าผิดกฎหมายเรื่องนี้
And so it seems that you have the right to do that.
เราเนี่ยเลยชิวมึงตอบไปแล้วไม่ใช่เหรอ
But you have to think of the rights. Because even though it's legal now, the rights still like it, right? Because when we are online, we want the husband to go to anybody else. So when you legalize it, it's like encouraging the husband to have sex with someone else than their wives.
เร็วเลยยกเป็นไพ่เลยฮิตเลอร์นะจ๊ะยกเป็นไพ่ฮิตเลอร์มันเป็นวิชาสงครามจะตอบว่าอะไรครับอ๋อมันทำให้มันถูกกฎหมายดีเพราะว่าถ้ามันถูกกฎหมายจากด้านโต๊ะอยู่นี้ถ้ามันถูกกฎหมายไปนี่ก็จบ
เพราะว่าถูกกฎหมายแล้วเขาคิดว่าแบบคนที่แบบทำพวกศพคนที่แบบเป็นคนฆ่ามันก็ต้องทำธุรกิจอย่างอื่นด้วยที่มันแบบแรงที่มันไม่ได้ทำศพนี้อย่างนั้นเลย
You should not always use it because sometimes you have to revise that instead of saying because somebody says so using the religion argument.
I agree with you.
That's the one he not said divorce. Something else he already said divorce.
This problem is getting a lot more than what it used to be, and people tend to get. I mean, people keep giving a divorce to.
เด็กโปรดอย่าใจฉันไปโปรดอย่าทำร้ายกันเลยอาจารย์ครับเปลี่ยนข้างยกมาเนี่ยยกจนข้างขวาชาเปลี่ยนมาข้างซ้ายแทนต้องได้ตอบตรงแล้วมันเป็นถูกไม่ได้มันต้องสมควรมันมอรัลแน่นอน
You understand that legalization, we're discussing legalization, aren't we? But without legalization or with legalization, I don't think that it would affect divorce rate. Because you legalize husband to go to the prostitute. Do you not legalize? They go to the prostitutes. So the rate of divorce would stay the same. Don't you think? I mean, this is my argument.
I agree with you because I read an article that said that prostitution reduces the rate of infidelity, and because instead of cheating on his wife with another girl, they go to prostitute instead to like satisfy their sexual need. And no, like it reduces the rate of infidelity, like cheating on the adultery rate.
So whether legal or illegal, but we think that prostitution is very honorable career.
It's not going to be an honorable career. In Thailand, but in Germany or the country of civilization, it's legal, and so the prostitution becomes honorable. It's like you are a sex therapist. You're called a sex therapist, like because the man has problems with sex. His wife wouldn't. So they come to me, and I'm helping him with his problem. So it's like very honorable profession, like an indoors profession. But you think that in Thailand it will never become an honorable profession? Yes.
I think prostitution is not illegal because sometimes should not, because sometimes women is willing to have sex with men, even if she underage, but after that she can tell the police that he left her.
That's another matter.
There is no law to protect men about men maybe what left from women.
No, then we legalize it. That's why we have to legalize it. Then,
because I want to.
Then the girl cannot have sex because she would not be certified legally to operate as a prostitute. She would be wrong. Yeah, so she would not be able to discriminate the husband because the fault would be hers. You understand? But you get a point. Yes.
We should make it legal.
You should. We should make it. Why?
Because if the police going to check a place, they will get money.
He already said that. He said that bribery under the table.
When I was in Jakarta, I was an exchange student, and my friend asked me that where I come from, and then I tell them that I come from Thailand, and then they just know about prom.
Prostitutes and elephants.
Yeah.
My experience as well. Whenever you mention that, you have that's all they're thinking about. And when you walk,
แต่งงานพร้อมแล้วไม่ไปพร้อมไม่จ่าย600ได้หรือเปล่าไม่ไปเนี่ยเดี๋ยวไปแล้วแหละ
illegal wife, but you can't do that if it's illegal. You can do that only when you legalize it. Understand? When you legalize prostitution, then everyone right? So they have to use protection.
ไม่เคยเป็นเนื้อเด็กเสีย
In middle, there will be more prostitutes.
ให้ผู้หญิงเรียนเขาให้เดือนละ2,000จริงเหรอไม่เคยเห็นไม่มีผู้ชายเคยเห็นของผู้หญิงที่ผู้ชายเดือนละ2,000คือพี่คิมเป็นแบบไม่ใช่พี่ใช่ไหมแล้วแต่สวยแบบที่คล้ายๆเป็นเด็กเสียผู้ชายค่านี่น้อยนะเว้ยมันยังไม่ได้เงินเดือนขั้นต่ำเลยค่าแรงงานขั้นต่ำจะแค่ขั้นต่ำเดือนละ2,000เดือนละ
to stop all these problems. And also,
เด็กเสียก็ได้เยอะนะ
you reduce maybe, you know, child trafficking problems.
เด็กเสียโดนแล้วสิ
Wow, this is
ทำให้ผมเสียบ้าง
but you say it's not. Okay.
เอาก่อนใส่ได้เวลาเยอะนะ
organization to take care of her and
Yeah. So you think that okay? When you legalize it, then there will be less violence committed to her. No time, more time.
Okay, thank you for your opinions. So this discussion shows both sides of the argument about legalizing prostitution. However, I would like to leave some thought to you. It's important to consider that these people who walk into the wrong path have heart and soul, and they need opportunity to heal and live out their potential. So they should be treated as human beings, and they should be respected like other people. Thank you. Let's move on to the next discussion.
Okay, I'm Shannon M. I'm a leader of the second group of discussion today. Today, the topic of discussion is death penalty. Death penalty, capital punishment, or execution is a government-sanctioned punishment by death. The sentence is referred to as a death sentence. Crime that result in a death penalty are known as a capital crime, such as first-degree murder or terrorism. There are many execution methods, and the common one is hanging. And recently there are some argument about death penalty, and many countries have abolished death penalty either in law or in practice because they disagree with death penalty. And what about Thailand? Thailand is one of the countries that sanction capital punishment. The death sentence is imposed. The death sentence is as a punishment for 30 crimes. Okay, and let me show the example of how which may be to the death penalty by the state. First is often mention the security of victim or murder with the intent to kill. There are also several offenses under the Thailand Military Criminal Code and several under the Thai Narcotic Law. Okay, now let me show you the video clip that an example of a wrongful execution in the United States.
In 1944, George Stinney Jr. was just 14 when a rush to judgment sent him to his death in South Carolina's electric chair. Convicted in the murders of two little white girls, Stinney's trial reportedly took just 3 hours. The all-white jury deliberated just 10 minutes. Now, 7 decades later, attorneys for the Stinney family asked for a new trial to clear his name.
George Stinney could not have committed these murders. I think George Stinney saw those children, but I don't think George Stinney was the last person to see those children.
The bodies of 11-year-old Betty June Binnicker and 7-year-old Mary Emma Thames were found in a ditch in the small town of Alcalá. A coroner's report at the time described a brutal beating. Multiple severe head injuries suggested the killer used a blunt instrument about the size of a hammer. Family of the victim still believes Stinney was guilty.
They had no choice in how they died, and he did, and I think that justice was served according to the laws in 1944 when this happened.
In the few records that still exist, Stinney allegedly confessed, even told police where to find the murder weapon. During the trial, his attorney called no witnesses, asked no questions, and filed no appeal after the young boy was sentenced to death. Today, Stinney's siblings testify the teen was innocent, with them the entire time.
I want to clear the air. We were not allowed to go any place without my mother's permission. They were very strict with us. We could not go to no place. No.
David Mattingly, CNN, Atlanta.
Okay, from the video you can see an example of the wrongful execution with a victim is completely innocent. George Stinney, he was a 14-year-old black boy. He was electrocuted in the South Carolina in 1944 for the murder of 2 white girls, which is 7 and 11. He was the youngest person execution in the United States. More than 20 years later, the court has verified that he was innocent. Okay, in my opinion, I think it's very bad. There are many disadvantages of execution, like in the video clip that yes. Okay. Which shows some inequality in the society. So I think we should be ban the death penalty in Thailand. Do you think so?
I totally agree. Thailand is not yet ready to impose death penalty because the legal system in Thailand is not transparent enough. There still exists bribery and other corrupt practices in Thai's legal and political systems, especially in the police force. This may result in a loss of innocent lives, as shown in the video.
I beg to differ. I think that the penalty should not be banned because there are no death penalty for people who commit serious offense. People may not be afraid of the law. Criminals may think that they're just a few months in jail or paying from.
Yeah, so we just put them in jail for life.
Yes, but
why don't we just make them for life? You say that it's going to be in jail only for a few years. But
like in some cases, they got like imprisoned for lifetime. But then after they do certain community service or they act in a certain way that allow them to reduce the sentence to less. So the sentence to life may not work in some cases. Like murder, they at first they are sentenced to life, to imprison life, but then later on the police said like he's a good guy, his behavior has improved, and then the sentence reduced to like 10 years or 20 years. After that he got out, he murdered someone again.
But you don't believe that maybe he actually changed his way of life? He had to change around and he realized that something wrong.
I don't think we can predict human. Like we cannot trust the murderer. If he murdered once, he might do it again.
Well, you know, why you don't think that we should give someone a chance at all, or you know?
Yeah, I think.
Person after just committing one crime, of course it's like killing someone. Yes, it is a very serious crime, but one thing is like your relative. It's like your brother.
Yes, I agree with you because everyone should have a second chance for the bad mistakes. So I think we should not ban. Hey, should ban death penalty in Thailand.
To get rid of it.
Yes.
We should get rid of it. Anybody else? Yes.
I disagree because I think life should be recompensed by life.
Oh, life for life.
I don't think so. I think the problems of marriage have been created and deciding sometimes new life a crime of deliberately killing people or a crime of rape and murder. People should sentence the criminal to death penalty. Life penalty such as jail punishment doesn't work for this person because if they are out of jail they may probably
commit the same crime again.
Yes.
Okay, I see your point. So what are your opinion, everyone? Do you think that death penalty should be banned in Thailand or not?
ยก
ยกใหม่ได้ไหมไม่ทันยกทุกคนเลย
โน้กูยก2 มือเลย
ใครยังไม่ได้ตอบผมตอบไปแล้ว
ที่ไหนไม่ได้คะแนน
เอา
สิงโตเพิ่งมาเองโลไม่ยังไม่ได้ตอบเดี๋ยวนี้ตอบเหลือไหมไม่มีแล้วไปอยู่ไหนเอ่ยไป
ใครยังไม่ตอบ
How like what? Wasting of time. Call someone else if you're not ready to talk. Put up your hand when you are ready to talk.
We have already called him. We have already called him.
Okay.
I think some duty should get death penalty. For example, about 1 year ago, had a campaign to change allow less equal to death penalty.
Rape. Who said that?
Rape.
Oh. Who said this? What rape equals death penalty? Who said that?
บุ๋มปนัดดาบุ๋มปนัดดา
Oh, and do you agree with that?
And go for the
So if you rape someone, you have to be put to death. Don't you think that actually it's the need to rape someone is like a sick person, and you just have to put him into the hospital and try to cure him. You don't think so at all. Kill that person. And then you.
I think definitely reduce harm because most of people fear of death and fear of getting punishment.
So they fear it, and then what happens?
Thailand should have death penalty.
Why? I mean, when you say something, you conclude, make a conclusion. You say that people have fear.
Fear and
They don't
make harm.
commit crime.
Yeah.
They don't commit to crime.
I beg to differ.
Yes.
We should have death penalty because if we
Jail
if we jail someone for life or for 10 or 20 years, they can pay a lot of money to เขาเรียกอะไรคุณหนี to avoid the by a lot of money. So I think it's not fair. It's not fair for someone that do a horrible thing about I don't know what the sentence is.
Yes. Now, are you ready? And where are you? Are you ready now? Someone was saying something, but I don't. Did he say something already? Oh, okay. Okay.
Thailand should have
death penalty. Why?
because in case if someone kill someone,
Yes.
he should excuse or not because is พูดเดี๋ยวจะรุนแรงโทษรุนแรงโทษรุนแรงเนี่ยโทษนะใช่ไหม
You are not ready to talk.
ที่สำคัญ
Google the word รุนแรง
ได้จ้ะ
You can Google it so that you prepare to say yes.
I disagree with their penalty because I think some people shouldn't be died so easily. I think they should be tortured.
She said that he tortured the guy, so that means that he just gave him life sentence because it's more torture than because once he killed, he doesn't feel anything anymore. Right? Yeah. Got the chance to talk.
แม้คนตายง่ายๆคนตายง่าย
น่ากลัว
Prison. Yes. Yes. Jail. Prison. Oh, okay. That's another good argument. He said that if you keep people in jail for all their life and you don't have death penalty, then there will be not enough space in jail. Right now, the government is spending a lot of money, to conditions in jail to make it acceptable, and it's very crowded. Okay, and so I'm not saying I agree with her, but her argument is that then we should just to someone who committed very serious crime to clear out the jail. Reduce the expense for keeping up the jail cells and everything for so many of these people. So Hassan, you did talk already? Did you talk once? Oh, you already talked today. Have you talked today? Just one. You have talked today.
Teacher, I got microphone แล้วนะ Like if they have a man who rape a woman and he know that how would he have to die? Why he killed her? To like
Yes, okay. That's another good argument. She is wrong now, everyone. She said if you have a death sentence, then a rapist is more likely to kill his victim. Right? Because he is caught, he's going to be killed. He's going to death sentence. Right? Or you argue rape equals death sentence. Listen to this argument. If you put a death sentence on rape, then the rapist will definitely kill his victim. But if there is no death penalty, sometimes the rapist don't need to kill the victim. Even though the victim is already seen his face, right? Because he's not afraid of death. If there is this penalty, very serious penalty on rapist, then he's more likely to kill his victim that has seen his face and will be able to recognize his voice. See? That's a good argument, isn't it? I want a good argument, not just a repeat of what people have said. Oh my God. At the back, already give them the microphone, please. You have said something. Right?
They have something.
Okay.
Because sometimes the sentence is is unjust for
Yeah.
the rich and the poor.
Yeah. So if you are from a rich family, whether you have it or not. Because the difference between the rich and the poor is the injustice is there, whether there's always have this injustice. If you're from a rich family, your sentence may be or not at all, you get like probation, you just walk around outside. But if you are a nobody from a poor family, then you get a very serious sentence. But anyway,
I think
but you know, you should say that because of this injustice, some guy who actually was innocent, but he's from a poor family, then he may get this death sentence, and then he's already put to death, even though he's innocent, and the family would not have a chance to defend him because they are poor. So if you have a death sentence, a lot of innocent people can be put to death without any chance of appeal or surviving or finding a way to come out. Say, okay.
I think they should have other way.
Other ways such as
reaching or reaching. I saw some example from the Facebook in the morning. There are 5 countries that have other way to not only penalty. For example, cut the sex organism or I can show my example for my phone.
Execution can help victim family to heal.
To get that like closure. Yes. Why don't you tell us about your family? Yes. This is what he wants to tell us.
For the news last year about the kid on the train.
The kid on the train. What happened to the kid on the train?
She got raped.
She got raped?
She got raped. And so away from the train.
Exactly. You knew her?
No. It's the news.
Last person.
I have
change himself to believe that someone can change. Is that like a man as a
We don't know the truth. What did he do?
Did he really do it or not? Right?
Sometimes.
That's what I said. I already said that just now. So you're repeating my idea.
I have a question.
You have
a question. Any question? What your opinion about the recently news that the pregnant woman was left in front of her husband and before the woman was thrown away. Did you think he or them should get
receive the death sentence?
Yes.
Don't dwell on the over and over. What do you think? Answer him now, not anything different. There should be So it's very violent.
Yes, especially really bad. And we did and doing the report, like they are saying what's going on, they laughing.
They're laughing about it. They
Yes.
didn't feel, they didn't show repentance.
Yes.
This parent
มีคนเป็นผู้ชายบ้างเหรอ
เมื่อกี้ก็ตอบไปแบบไม่มีกฎหมายปกป้องผู้ชายผู้ชายต้องมีข่มขืน
ไม่มีหรอกนี่
ทำไมจะไม่มี
Alright, you know, but what do you think about this? You will say that killing someone is wrong, right? Everybody. So why is death sentence correct? Because that's killing someone. So when you are saying you should have death sentence, you are saying that killing someone is right, aren't you? So it's a contradiction, isn't it? It is a contradiction, isn't it? So it's like when you have a death sentence, you are telling the new generation that killing someone is okay under some circumstances. But how would people know? People will say, because I'm hungry, I need money for the drug. So it's reasonable for me to kill this guy for the money to go and get drugs. So under circumstances, killing is okay. That's what the death penalty is saying, isn't it? You have an argument against that?
Can I please share my opinion?
Yes.
Second time.
Oh, today.
Okay, so I don't think it's gonna. You should not see death penalty as the right thing to do, but as an efficient thing to do.
Oh wow.
Don't tell them that it is right, but tell them it's a consequence of your action. Do you get me?
But that means that but you still, no, but you still say that
there is a difference between mistake and straight out violence. If you kill someone for your survival, then like if you're gonna die and you steal someone's food and they're gonna attack you, so you shoot them dead. Do you really think that that person deserves a death penalty? There are difference between.
But you are saying that you should not kill someone, but then you kill someone.
Yeah, it's not right. But it's the most efficient thing to do.
But it's the most efficient. How efficient?
Because it's good for the economy. You don't need to waste tax for bringing up people who's gonna be in prison forever.
What about like your husband?
Yeah, if he's a monster, then he deserves to die.
Oh, okay. Please remember this. You know, when it happens to, say, your son.
And if he rapes people and then kill them,
but you'll be saying that, first of all, because of the justice system in China, you can never be sure whether he's a scapegoat and whether he did it, really did it or not.
I think it depends on each case.
Right, because usually the police will probably try to put somebody in jail, you know, to finish up the case. And whether that guy is like the last case, still don't know, right? Whether they are really guilty or they're scapegoats or not. You know, scapegoats, you see? We don't know, right? But when you kill the guy, they don't have to take more chance to, you know, and also. If you think that this person, if he is your close relative, like your husband or your child, son or daughter, and they're going to kill something, you still think, okay, because he did make this crime, committed this crime, so you can go to kill him, give him the death sentence. That's what you say.
I will definitely be sad, but it's his action and he has to pay for it. So nothing we can do about that.
I think it's very easy for you to say now.
แทนมันบ้ากันตึ๊ด
Anyhow,
แทนแม่งดูฮังเกอร์เกมมากไป ไปเสร็จจะปล่อยไก่ใช่ไหม
don't repeat my point because I'm waiting for people to say it. Now I'm saying it. Don't say it again. Don't make a point now. Yeah, another point.
Putting person in sentence for life. If the judge say he it can reduce the. But if we change the law into ban the execution and change to life sentence in life,
Yeah, life
then
sentence, yeah.
we adjust the law to life. For this case, we shouldn't allow them to reduce the.
Okay, good. So that means that you can say life without any chance of parole. Evil! Listen and remember this term so that you can use it. When you have a life sentence and you want to reduce sentence after a while, you behave yourself, things like that. It's called getting a parole. Parole. P-E-R-O-L-E. Getting a parole. Right? So, in certain countries like the USA, they don't have, in a lot of states, they don't have death penalty anymore. But when they give life sentences, they say you get life sentence without any chance of parole. So, that means that you have to say that. No reduce time. Okay?
Okay.
One said that if we waste our money to
Yeah.
someone
It's a legitimate excuse. We are wasting our money. And it's very crowded, so the condition is very, very poor. It's inhumane. It's inhumane to keep people locked up in that condition.
we use them to work at a very disgusting thing that
no some communities are yeah. Right, that's fine. But still it's crowded. It's very crowded in jail. And when you go into jail, sometimes you start off being innocent and very good person. After 2 or 3 years, you become criminals after you've been in jail for 2 years. Because your environment induces you to turn into something that's very bad. You get all bad things from your jail days. See? So that's another point to consider.
Thank you for your opinion. It can be concluded that the death penalty has a both of advantage and disadvantage. Some say that people should receive what they done as a retribution, or some say that believe that the death penalty can be the warning sign for people to be aware of act illegally in the society. On the other hand, there are some research show that the death penalty fails to reduce the criminal rate. Moreover, a wrongful execution can be happen to the innocent victim, which is not fair for victim. In my opinion, I think if we need to make the death penalty become more effective or more acceptable, we should increase the process of investigation to find the truth to avoid the wrongful execution before just to execution them. Thank you. Okay. Let's move on to the next topic of discussion.
My name is Garapan Garawek. I am a leader of the discussion. Today today the topic of discussion is gun control.
เป็นคนข้างหลังมากกว่า
Gun control, commonly known as regulation of firearms, refers to the laws or policies that regulate the manufacture, sale, transfer, possession, modification, or use of firearms in order to reduce the devastating consequences of violent crimes. Thailand's gun law that it is mandatory for all individuals to get the gun license before owning or purchasing firearms, either for the purpose of self-defense or hunting. Nowadays, many people feel unsafe due to the violence caused by shooting or the use of guns. That is why gun control is very important. Next, I am going to show you a news video clip of shooting in the U.S. school.
What you see down
เห็นด้วยเจ๊ว่าไปเป็นน้องข้างบน
Are we going to see any fighters here or we're just going to see cars?
ปากโดนจริงก็จะร้องโดนจริงก็จะร้องร้องขอชีวิต
Sarah, you talked to us earlier about the student coming out who's covered in blood, obviously, just horrified by what happened, reuniting with what looked like family members. Are you seeing any students around, and how are they doing?
I have not seen the rest of the students. I don't even know how that young lady.
So please remember, you should try to find everything is called traffic.
I do not believe it.
Not just people talking, but
terrified. And I have not seen that any of the students what I see.
Stimulating us to feel that much.
According to the video clip, a gunman started to fire on the community college in Oregon State. In this event, 13 people were killed and several people were injured in the mass shooting. There is a large number of mass shootings occur in America every year. For this reason, the President Obama declared a state of emergency in order to tighten the use of guns. While all guns winners must check the background for buyers. At the same time, the buyers must have license in order to purchase firearms or guns. I think Thailand should compose these gun control laws. And what are your opinions?
I agree. Because in America they have a strict law for people who have their own guns. So I think if we have this law in Thailand, it will reduce manslaughter in our country.
Don't we have this? You say
More strict.
Why is it not? Which part do you mean? Because right now we say actually we cannot hold firearm because unless we are like military personnel.
Right now we have the license for people who have gun right, but we don't have background check before give them the license. We don't.
You can pay a bribery to the police and then you can get the gun.
You just don't enforce that strictly now. But we do you have to by law. But it's not that because usually they would accept bribery and pass it's not imposed. It's not imposed.
Though they have a background check for buyers, but for some people like the gun in the next day. When someone in the quarrel, obsessed or angry with the others, they will use the gun to solve problems. So I think that the gun ban is the solution to reduce crime.
So we should not legalize possession of firearms. That's your conclusion.
Yes.
So we should not legalize. And what?
The organ gun.
Gun possession of firearm. You should ban it.
I agree with the VP. It also results in the decline of suicidal rate and criminal rate. There are some times that the students play with their father guns and then got injured and or died or maybe disabled. Yeah. So I think it's a decline of father guns. Okay. They don't know about how dangerous of guns. So
usually, you're supposed to keep the gun safe somewhere, place not reachable by kids.
yes.
I beg to differ. I believe that Thai people have a right to carry the gun, so the gun shouldn't ban from Thailand. They can use the gun to defend gun possession, and they can use the gun to defend themselves and their family members. So even if the guns are banned from like gun possession is banned from Thailand, there will still exist illegal guns in the market anyways.
Yeah.
So I don't think it will work. I agree with one. I have also read a research article which states that crime in the countries such as England, Jamaica or Ireland which ban guns has not significantly been reduced the crime rate. And what do you think about that, everyone? Do you think ban guns, possession of firearms is a good solution to reduce crime in Thailand?
You don't speak loud. See, when I use a microphone, everybody can hear. When I talk, it's like nobody hears. It doesn't get into the tape, we're taping it. So you should talk loudly. They're not ready. We're stupid people. We are so uneducated. Like your argument that says that we are not ready for democracy because we're still very poorly educated. We're not ready for democracy. Is that the same argument? They know how to, yeah, but I doubt that. Yes, when you have a gun, it's readily reachable, right? So what will happen if someone angers you? Oh, okay.
อันนี้คือกำลังพูดอะไรพูดถึงอะไรผู้ชายก็พูดอะไรแล้วสองไม่ไง
Right. So, what's the consequence? What's the bad consequence of that? Conclude.
ก็ล้างไม่แน่
I beg to differ.
No, I still don't understand what she's saying. She's not going to get a point if she cannot make herself clear. What are you trying to say?
The crimes relates to the same because
Did you say that it will reduce crime rate?
That possessing firearms isn't fair for people who use firearms lightly and properly in terms of protecting themselves.
So I don't know who you are arguing with right now. The reason for you being against gun control. But when you have gun control, the argument is that you can no one has a right and what is the gun control at the strictest level? That means that we are not allowed to have guns. Or if you are a policeman or in the military or someone who has a legitimate reason to own a gun, you go into the store to buy a gun or firearm. You have you are checked. You get background. Your background is checked rigorously before you are allowed to have. But in the U.S., say Texas, right now, people are like, wearing guns on their belts, walking around in the supermarket. Girls or boys, very freely right there. So it's like anybody can own guns and they have the right to possess firearms. Do you agree with that or not? I'm asking you, do you agree with that? No, why? I mean, you agree? You do not agree with allowing anybody to possess firearms or wear them anywhere openly. You can see the guns on their belts right now. Why don't you choose the video clip that is more graphic? Go to Texas and guns control or firearm possession. Show more graphic clips. Don't show clips that is just like people talking and you don't see any graphics and you don't see anything that you feel something. Search more, spend more time. I still don't know what you're trying to say. You're against, but you don't say why. This is not right. You cannot say, no, I disagree, but don't ask me why. Okay, yes.
She said use gun for protect herself, but ourselves. But I think we can use another weapon such as we can use punch or knife or hammer.
But you didn't go. You should have gone. Right? To Sampana, the police school. You learn self-defense. So you might be able to defend yourself without using any firearm. So you should say that, right? That's one point. Yes. And, but, where is the microphone? Pass it off.
Teacher, video, but it
That's what I want to say. What skill and what
shooting in Texas.
Texas what?
In the restaurant in Texas.
So this shows that when you don't have strict gun control, this should happen. Like who was shooting? Who was shooting? The shooters were who? Who were the shooters?
The bikers.
Who?
The bikers.
Oh, they're the like group of bikers. They're quarreling with the other group of bikers. So there are two groups, they were fighting. Everybody owns a gun, so it's like bystanders for a kid. I think he has a Yeah, give him the microphone.
I think why we shouldn't use sleepy gun or shooting gun instead of the real gun.
เอาบีบีกันอยู่
BB gun. Gun control.
อเมริกัน
We begin to real.
Are they as effective as ordinary?
Sleepy gun, I think the bullet is very expensive. So no one want to buy.
เขาบอกว่าให้ยิงช้า
Yes, I agree with gun control, but in terms of under the law, you have to be around from the sheriff, ในอำเภอ to haveสอดอนาย to buy a gun. Yes, and you have to be around from the sheriff again to have สอดอ 11 to
สอดอ9อ่ะ
What are you saying? You say that we should have gun control?
Yes, but you have to be around from.
If you are like in the police force, or you're the sheriff,
Yes.
or you're law officers, right? That you then should be allowed to own guns. Right now, the police walking around the streets are not even allowed to
The normal people.
They only allowed to use glass. Thai police, do you see that? They're not allowed to wear guns. So if they get into trouble with they will not be able to even do anything or defend themselves.
Guns are unnecessary. In 98% of civilian gun defenses, no shot is fired. If you are not going to fire a shot, you clearly don't need gun. This proves that banning guns will prevent unnecessary defenses.
Yes. So even though you own a gun, you know, you might not reach them in time. Don't use it. And 80% doesn't use it right. So it's really unnecessary. And also, if you own a gun, you're more likely to get killed by that because they think that you're gonna shoot them, so they shoot you first. But if you are unarmed, you might survive. You would not get killed because you do not stand as a risk to them that you're gonna fight them. They see that you don't hold a gun, so they're not gonna shoot at you. See, so you're more likely to survive the incident, not being killed. You see, so holding a gun is not protection most of the time. I mean, one argument says that, it doesn't actually go towards protecting you. Very frequently, it goes towards endangering you because the thieves or the burglars or something, they see that you own a gun, then they're more violent towards you. Right? Who disagree? But you have to follow the argument, not get stuck into, one idea because you keep repeating what other people have already voiced. I agree with that. It is with the same reason, so I can't give you a point, right? You should try to follow it. Okay, what do you have to say?
I disagree with him because
new idea, nah? Don't repeat the old idea. Okay.
Because somehow women walk in the high-risk criminal place where so dangerous, and women can protect themselves by using this thing. So you have to have gun as a firearm to protect yourself.
You agree?
Yes. I disagree with him that gun is necessary. It's unnecessary.
Which one are you against? Let me be more clear.
I disagree that with him.
No, don't say it. I don't remember what he said.
I disagree with gun is unnecessary. This gun is necessary.
Do you agree with having?
Yes, agree with having gun. Yes.
Why?
Because somehow women can protect themselves by where you go in the dangerous place in the.
But how do they protect themselves?
They can protect themselves by using other things.
And then you are contradicting yourself. That's why I'm confused. Because you said that you agree with firearm possession. So why do you say that we can use some other thing to protect ourselves? Then we don't need a gun.
It's better to use gun because gun is used easily than other things.
Do you think so?
Oh no!
ตอนแรกพูดแทนไปไงเขาเลยเข้าใจเป็นอย่างนั้น
Yes, the gun isn't easier than the other things. That's all because I think guns cannot use easily. Because if you need to shot it accurately.
To shoot accurately.
Yeah, it's not easy at all.
It's not easy at all. I agree. Yes. So, unless you actually practice a lot, go to lessons and things, and do target shooting, stop, practice, then you're not going to hit the guy, but then you shoot at something else, it's not going to scare him most of the time, but he can shoot you and hit you, A good argument. One last person. One last one. Anyone? We have a chat. Any of you guys? Are you going to say something?
Most violent crime are committed by inner city gangs and drug dealers. The best way to prevent this is to stop selling the gun.
To stop
selling the gun.
Selling. Oh, stop selling. You're talking about selling guns We're talking about possessing guns. Okay. Control, you understand that means that you have to be more forceful in preventing the sale. So you are like forbidding, banning all sales of guns altogether. You don't even allow the selling of guns. another point of view. But anyway, we might move on because I don't think that they have anything else different to say. They seem to be saying more or less the same thing.
Thank you for your opinions. Gun control is one of the political topics. Actually, the problem with the gun use are caused by the gun owners, not the gun itself. If people use the gun only for self-defense and keep the gun in a safe place, then the problems of domestic violence will not happen.
What did you say? What did you say? You said you can choose. And someone said, what did you say?
The topic of discussion today is mercy killing and euthanasia. Euthanasia are also known as euthanasia are also known as mercy killing is the act of ending the life of either a person and animal previously as a relief from suffering. An example of euthanasia is painless killing of a patient who is suffering from an incurable by withholding medical service. There are only 4 countries where legalized euthanasia are Switzerland, Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg. However, euthanasia is still illegal in many countries because euthanasia has a lot of undesirable and harmful outcomes. Now I am going yes. There will be discussion.
Cancer cells have spread throughout the body and no chemotherapy can help it. X-ray, chemotherapy, surgery, all are useless. She understands that she is dying and has asked to have her life ended. The attending physician has agreed to kill this patient at her own request. The patient's family has agreed to the termination and are saying their last goodbyes to the patient.
Is u voorbereid? Het is klaar.
The syringe you see being used contains the sedative sodium pentothal. This injection will put the patient into a deep sleep. The patient is now asleep. The doctor is picking up a second syringe which contains the drug curare. In a few minutes, this drug will paralyze the patient's heart and lung muscles. The action will be certain and final.
He's crying.
The video which show an example of euthanasia. The patient is suffering of a cancer and the patient's family has given the nation to assign the patient by injections. After second syringe, the patient's heart stopped and she died. This is called active euthanasia, which is using a of little substance of loss. But in Thailand, there are laws that can only support passive euthanasia, which is the withholding of common remains. I think that Thailand should make a law covering all types of euthanasia. What do you think about this law of Thailand? And should we make law covering all types of euthanasia?
I agree with you, Vicky. I think we should have a both of them, both of passive and active euthanasia, because active euthanasia is the way to help or relieve patients who are suffering from the patients who are suffering from their pain before they pass away.
I agree with the active way because they inject you two types of medicine. One medicine is anesthetic and another one is death medicine. So I think this is the less painful.
I agree with her. I think if a patient is suffering from terminal illness that cannot be cured or adequately treated, such as cancer or advanced heart disease, passive euthanasia is one of good ways.
Really, there is no way to treat that anyway, so definitely you're going to die anyway, but you're going to suffer before you die, right? That's when you say, okay, let's have this person here.
I see your point, but euthanasia can be dangerous since family members can influence the patient decision into euthanasia for personal gains. How can you know that the patient's decisions are voluntary or forced by other people? And it would be even more risky if the patient's family decide for the patient to die or to live.
Thank you for your opinion. What do you think, everyone? Do you think Thailand should make a law covering all types of euthanasia?
Yes. Where is the microphone? Ask her a microphone. Yes.
I don't think that euthanasia should be allowed in Thailand. Think about the doctor's feeling. They're supposed to save life, not take away the life.
So it's not ethical for the doctor.
Yes.
So we should not allow person to live.
No.
Even though that person is never going to survive. I mean, it's going to die anyway.
Yes, but the
Because it's incurable disease, like it's going to suffer.
In Thailand,
ages before he dies.
in Thailand they have passive euthanasia.
Euthanasia, yes.
Passive euthanasia, which is withholding of treatment.
Just withholding the treatment.
Yes.
So, is that okay with you? Okay. Passive.
But the passive takes longer than the active process, and during that time there may be the argument between the relatives of the patient as well, because maybe
But the patient will not suffer.
The patient will not suffer.
Yes, but the consequence after
Because
the patient
he can ask the doctor to sort of inject her with some painkillers or something, he would be like sleeping in his bed, sleeping away, something like that. What do you agree with that? I mean, do you think that should be allowed? No treatment, like if her heart stops, just don't use the pump to pump up her heart again.
What about the consequence after the patient die, like the arguments between the relatives? Like one side of relative may think that the patient
But usually the doctors will try to get the agreement. They get all the relatives to agree to stop treatment.
But if one just one relative argue that I didn't know this before.
The doctor would do it. The doctor will still give treatment.
But what if it's too late? Like they show up later.
Oh no, the doctor wouldn't do it unless he gets all of the children's agreement. In my experience. But you still don't think so. I mean, you have to help. It's the doctor's job to save life. What do you think? Yes.
I think that we should have a euthanasia in some cases because, for example, if you have a euthanasia for people who have severe cancer and severe disease and definitely die anyway. So for family, I think to reduce the cost of being in the hospital.
You put in the factor of expenditure cost. So you willing to put someone to death to save?
In some situations.
Okay. All right. Anybody disagrees with him? Don't argue or don't keep repeating. You have to, when you hear someone say something, you have to say, do I agree? I mean, is that really true? Is that accepted to what he said? Yes.
I disagree with him that he said, anyway, people will die.
Yeah.
But like us, if we will die someday, so
Yeah.
it's not the matter of the cost that we pay.
So you think you keep on keeping the person alive? Give a new argument. Cost is not a good reason to do it. The thing is, anyone give me a good argument.
I support euthanasia, but only when the patient himself has given consent beforehand. Like there should be like a document that he is to sign. Like
Yeah, but the patient is in a weak.
Yes, before that happens.
Weak state, like physically and mentally. So how do you judge? It's difficult to judge. When at the moment he signed an agreement with his life.
No, I think it should be some contract that you can do beforehand, like a document that you have of donation. Like when I die, you name my body. You have to do that before.
So if you did that beforehand, when you actually physically fit, and mentally fit,
I think
and you say, okay, I signed. A lot of people, that's what they say, they have signed it, legal document when they're really like 40 years old, something like my relatives, some of my relatives resign that they say, don't resuscitate me. You remember this word? To bring someone back to life. It's called resuscitation. Resuscitate. Don't resuscitate me. So if say my heart stop beating, just let me go. Don't try to resuscitate or bring me back. That's what you can say. And then that's when you like heart and mind you are still sane. Not mentally weak or something. Then that's legally fine. People will accept it more. If that's your point, okay?
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with the active euthanasia because if the patient who is gonna die, and I use the active euthanasia and make increase space in the hospital for the other patient that have a chance, more chance to survive. Reduce the price of medicine because if use a lot of medicine is
very expensive.
Yes.
Yeah. To treat like cancer patients or those physically ill patients, you can like make your relatives extremely poor. Try to prolong their life.
It reduces the spread of diseases and it removes the economic burden from relatives.
From relatives. We have been saying that, guys. You're not listening. We said that already. People have been saying that already. Okay. Just say it. A new point.
Okay, me. Voluntary euthanasia give doctor too much power.
Oh.
Yes.
So you don't think that the doctor should? You don't think the doctor should have the power to end someone's life?
Yes, I think.
Even though you see that person is you can't help.
He have the right to live longer. Also, people cannot decide his life to kill him. Yes.
So you think that even we ourselves, do we have the right to say that we have?
Son or daughter.
No. I mean, some patients when they are in a lot of pain, they say, just let me die. Please, they beg to allow them to pass away.
If they say that by themselves.
It's okay to do it?
But in my opinion, I don't think the doctor don't have the power to do this.
So like, what about passive euthanasia? You know what that is? You don't know what that is? Even what that is. Listen carefully.
I agree with euthanasia because if the patient choose to live longer by prolong their life, because they have to request to prolong their life or choose to euthanasia or mercy killing. It end up patient life because they are already terminally ill.
So you're not actually contributing anything new because you're repeating and we have already said try to contribute something new. I'm going to give you a half hour next time to try to think about it. Anyone, come on, give an argument. Your relative side. So you are for today's here. And you know there are cases you don't argue simply, so you just have to try to think of some arguments and just keep on agreeing. You sort of keep on agreeing. When I listen to what you say, it doesn't mean that I like it. I just always find an argument. When you say that the patients they cannot talk because they're in some coma and they really want to die anyway, so they can't tell you, right? But on the contrary, they could be not wishing to die. Have you seen the film called Like Heaven? Go back and see the film Like Heaven. Because you can have someone who is in a coma, for like 10 to 20 years, but sometimes they wake up.
I'm against euthanasia. I'm partially against euthanasia because I think life is valuable. You should preserve it at all costs. Even if the patients have a slight chance of surviving, you should treat him. You shouldn't let him pass away, even if he's begging to you. Because sometimes when you're suffering, you just have a slight feeling of wanting to die. But actually, you may not actually want to die at that moment. You may want to die, but later on, when you a little bit better, you might regret your decision. So the active euthanasia shouldn't be.
So actually, it's a very difficult decision. Yes.
I disagree because
Disagree with what?
it will cut off the possibility of new treatment before it being developed in time to cure the illness he or she is facing.
Treatment like next month or next year. I'm trying to interpret what you said. What's your name? What's your name? You have to listen to other people and understand what you want. I'm trying to interpret what you were saying. Okay? I'm asking you whether you were saying that you should leave the patients be, not kill them, because there could be a new treatment next month or next year. Why you look at your friend? I'm just interpreting I'm interpreting what you are saying, that's all. Understand?
Yes.
This is right. Yes? Where is the microphone?
And suffering from a general condition also is free up of hospital beds.
People said that already. No point. You are not listening. Yes, pass it back to you.
I disagree because our legal system accepts that people have legal right to choose when to die, as demonstrated by the fact that suicide is legal.
Suicide is legal?
Yeah, by the fact.
No, suicide is not legal. At least in this country.
That means this right is denied to those who are incapable of talking their own lives.
But suicide is not legal.
It is in other countries.
Find me a country that suicide is legal. That's why we're discussing it. We're going to discuss it. Yes?
I disagree with euthanasia because look into another aspect, right? The doctor view, from doctor view. The doctor may feel bad from doing euthanasia for all of his life, like from child.
No circumcision, they're not going to do it. Doctors are actually very apathetic. They sort of distance themselves from anything. Doctors who are like that, doctors should not use their feelings. They should be like use reason and make decisions without using feelings. Last person.
Passive euthanasia is not necessary, but I agree with active euthanasia because passive euthanasia is withholding of the common treatment. It doesn't matter, it doesn't help the patient to get better. So it's waste resources. So
it's not wasting resources. You just stop treatment and they would gradually die anyway.
But they only when they laying down on the bed, so it's better if they got the active euthanasia.
So just kill them off.
Yeah.
Just kill them off, okay? Not just slowly allowing him to die.
Yes. It's okay. The hospital bed. Like
last comment by myself. Isn't euthanasia murder? Are you getting this? I mean, a lot of you are for euthanasia, right? Most of you in this class have been listening. But the question, have you thought about this? That euthanasia, assisted killing, is murder, isn't it? I mean, nobody has point this out. Haven't pointed this out. This out at all, right? Have you thought about this? It is okay to kill someone. And you say, because you are for euthanasia. Are you saying then that it is okay to kill someone? Because euthanasia is actually, that's why it's still not legal in many countries, right? Because of this argument, I'm not saying I'm against euthanasia. I'm just picking up this argument because no one in this class has thought about it, which is a point that is worth thinking about. When you're supporting euthanasia, aren't you supporting murder? Right? Anyhow, I'm not saying that I'm against euthanasia. Right, I have this though.
Thank you for your opinions. In conclusion, euthanasia has a lot of unreasonable and harmful outcomes. It has many patients from an extreme pain and suffering. At the same time, it is perceived as a devaluation of human life. Euthanasia can be used as a cover-up for the criminal as more like a murder. So the euthanasia should be an acceptable option that will allow them to die, as long as the patient requests it and the right to receive.
I think so, but I can argue with it. Sound mind. That patient will the patient may not be. The patient may not have sound to make the right decision. The patient requests euthanasia. Right? When you what do you think about that? How do you decide? The patient is asking for euthanasia. You have to, you don't understand what they're saying. So how do you answer that?
Lưu cho được không?
How can you be sure? Because when someone is suffering like what you said, right? He's saying that patient might be asking for cure, but that's because she was so much in pain that after she
Welcome to 30 minutes. వాళ్ళంతా ప్రజాస్వామ్యంలో చావుకి ఎలాంటి చట్టాలున్న జీవోత్సవాలపై ఇవాళ 30 minutes. ఎంతో చిన్నది జీవితం, అందులోనే అమితానందాలు, అందులోని దుఃఖాలు. జీవితమే సమ్మేళనం, కానీ అందులో మనిషి జీవితం తప్ప జీవితానికి మృత్యువుకి మధ్య ప్రశ్న చిహ్నాలు లాంటి మనుషులు వీరు. మంచికి చెడుకు మధ్య సందిగ్ధ సంధ్యల్లా కదలాడే నీడలు వీరు. చావు బతుకుల దొరకూచులాటలో మౌన ప్రేక్షకుల్లా మిగిలిపోయిన జీవులు వీరు. అమల్లో ఉన్న నీతిని ధర్మాన్ని సందేహాల బోధెక్కించి నిలదీస్తున్న నిస్సహాయులు వీరు. మమ్మల్ని చంపేయండి అని ప్రాధేయపడుతున్నారు. బతుకులు ఊడిపోయి మృత్యువుతో రాజీ పడి ఎవరికి భారం కాకుండా అదృశ్యం కావాలని కోరుకుంటున్నారు.
So I told you this because none of you have mentioned the case. You have someone who is not suffering from like incurable diseases, but they are severely handicapped, like those in this group. Okay. So they actually can move around sometimes a little bit, but some of them can't even move around. They're tied to their beds, and they're burdens to the parents, because the parents have to feed them, have to feed them, to help them to go to the toilet to pee and clean them up. Sometimes they just, go without having the time to go to the toilet. It is like they are actually suffering, right? So do you think that if these people say, assisted killing or mercy killing, should it be allowed for these people? Who said that it should be allowed? Could you please raise your hand? Some of them can't even scratch themselves. Right? It's very, very torturous. Can you imagine you feel an itch? somewhere and you can't scratch it. Really? It's like horrible, right? So they are suffering a lot. But they can live forever, you know. They don't have an incurable disease. Now, who thinks that mercy or assisted suicide is okay with these people? Can you raise your hand? No one? Just allow them to stay like this. Are you sure? So everybody who are against it, I mean, even though they're like this, you should not allow mercy killing. Who thinks so? If you raise your hand, make a decision. Come on. What happens to those who don't have any idea? This or no? Can't be like that. You have to make a decision one way or the other. What? You agree? We should allow them to, you know, be given mercy killing if they want to. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to kill you, even though you disagree with me. Don't try to think, what would Ajahn want me to say?
Yes,
you can say anything to me.
Yes.
Yes. So why? Why
Because
to allow it? Don't you think that it's murder?
Because sometimes you mustn't.
They can get themselves killed, okay? If they ask for it, then you would allow them to die. Is that right? That's what you agree. But I want you just to have give a reason. You can't just say yes or no without a reason, you know? I want you to develop the ability to always be reasonable. I mean, not just to decide, just use my feeling because my guts tell me to say that. Yeah. It's not good. Okay, so give me a reason why.
You suffer a lot.
Oh, so you don't think that you suffer. Okay, alright. Yeah, that's it. We're wasting a lot of time. We should move to the topic. Move on the next discussion. I am Nanalin. I am the leader of the last group discussion. The topic we are going to discussion is libel and slanders. Firstly, I'm going to tell you about the libel and slanders. Libel is the defamation by written word or pointed words, pictures or like rather than spoken words. Slander is any defamation that is spoken or heard. I'm going to show you some libel and defamation cases on detail.
Publications in the Herald, the Age and the Canberra Times said that he corruptly sells privileged access to himself and a select group of business people and lobbyists in return for donations to the Liberal Party. In court today, Justice Richard White found partly for Mr Hockey in that a poster with the headline Treasurer for Sale and 2 tweets from the Age's Twitter account, which also said Treasurer for Sale, were defamatory of Mr Hockey. Mr Hockey's been awarded $200,000 in damages, $120,000 of that is for the SMH poster, and $80,000 is for the 2 offending Age tweets. Justice White found that the articles themselves were not defamatory. What was defamatory was the line Treasurer for Sale when it was read without the context of the articles and the information that the articles provided. When the words Treasurer for Sale were read on their own, such as in a poster or in the tweets, the reader didn't have the opportunity to understand what it was that it was referring to.
Let me comment. Definitely, even though it's within your topic of discussion, it is not a graphic section that you have people talk the topic.
But defamation is you use the words on the internet.
Right, but if you want high score, if you want high points for kids, you should try to find a clip that it's not just people come and talk on the newsman or newswoman come and tell you things, and you have to concentrate on what she's saying. Understand? But to give us clips that actually illustrate, it's more illustrative, illustrates what we should think about this, you say, right? And you would give the score. Okay, right, please go ahead.
Okay, from the video clip, it says that two companies tweet about Mr. Hockey in the wrong way. By using treasurer for sale, the word treasurer for sale. Mr. Hockey sued the two companies and he wants the cases. If this cases are won, I think the two companies deserve the punishment by the law. And also, I think people who falsely defame other people should be punished by law. What are your opinions?
Yes, I absolutely agree with first. Conveying or sharing information about other people in either public or online. People have to be aware of their information before they post anything in the public. They shouldn't mention other people with speech that defame others. So this law can make people in the society more careful of sharing information and regard with other personal rights.
I have a different opinion. I think everyone has a right to share their opinions in public or on their Twitter, and they should not be arrested for non-serious crimes. This defamation, if this defamatory causes a serious loss or a suffering to other people, then a person who defames other people should compensate that person who get defamed or do certain community service.
Right, but what level, how would you decide? Okay, here, this is serious, and these are not serious.
Like if the defamatory causes them to lose their job or lose their family or got like public execution.
What if they just, people believe that you are some one sort of person, and you're not actually that sort of person, like you lose your status or good standing in the society, or already judge you as this type of person and you're not. That's not truly true. So is that serious?
I don't think that's serious, but the person who commit a libel and slander against you should apologize in public and should do something to prove your innocence. They should go through a lot of process to prove your innocence.
But usually people already believe what they read, right? And what they heard. Already. So you think that apologizing is good enough?
I don't think that's the right thing to do to defame other people, but if you already defame them, you shouldn't be arrested or put into the prison for it. You should get punished something with something else.
So recompensation as in paying them something, or reparation, reparations for lost reputation. That's it. Can you have it?
I agree with one unless can ruin a person's life. They might cannot lose their job, their fame, their reputation, and even worse, it might lead them to commit suicide.
Some would be so sad that they commit suicide. Can you give me an example? Why don't you give example? Right? So you get people to feel sad or to feel something. When you actually have some concrete example to tell us about it. something that actually happened and you learn in the news. Video. How guys? The floor. Anybody would like to or can tell us an incident that illustrates committing libel or slander in Thai society? In the news, yes. Microphone, please. Where is the microphone? Who's talking it? You pass it over now.
Okay, I have known some news about people slander to the king.
Oh, that's another matter.
And this is big news.
Oh yeah. Okay, give us more detail.
Okay, and
what is the thing that they said about it?
They said,
but we're not supposed to say it. Actually, let's suggest to relate something said about the king. Even though you're not the original person to say it, but you tell someone else that the other guy said it, you also commit blasphemy. So you should not relate that incident. Because I understand, right? Let me explain. สมมติว่าคนหนึ่งพูดอะไรไม่ดีเกี่ยวกับในหลวงหรือคนในRoyal Familyแล้วเราเอาไปทักไปเล่าว่าเนี่ยคนนี้พูดว่าอะไรอย่างนี้you put on the web whatever นี่คือเขาเอาผิดเธอได้ด้วยเธอก็คอมมิตเลสเอสด้วยนะคะฉะนั้นเธอก็ไม่ควรจะพูดต่อ I'm not saying I agree with you or not okay it's just the fact that it's like that today right okay so another example yes
Another example, I know the professor at he talked about the history, and when people told him that the king.
เอาอีกแล้วบอกว่าพูดไม่ได้
Okay.
นี่เพิ่งบอกว่าจะพูดเนี่ยเราก็ไม่ได้
I have an example. There is one case in Thailand about a celebrity named Lydia. The fortune teller named Lydia. She is the singer. And the fortune teller said that she is pregnant with Thaksin, the ex-prime minister of Thailand. But actually she didn't, and she already has a boyfriend, and now they got married already. And she like go through court process, and that fortune teller have to pay her. Yeah, and the fortune teller apologize in public and pay the fine.
So if you're not like a singer who has the available funding to go to court about it, then you're not guilty. So that's that.
Every year, the media will give a nickname or adapt to the actor, the actress, and someone thinks that it makes bad image for him or her.
So it's just for fun, right?
Yeah.
So like you feel that it's just for fun, but still it's a serious thing to do. Even that you should do. What about giving names to the people in the cabinet? Like people in politics.
Oh yeah.
Every year the newspaper
But the thing is, it doesn't matter with this government.
No. It should work the same way. Because they're people, right? If you think that bad, you don't like it, people do something. how to look at you. Then you should do everybody else?
And the restaurant can be use the
such as, give me a concrete example when this happens. KFC restaurant. Yes, this happened when I went to KFC.
the fever.
It was really far. It was very. It's not that detailed. It's not salad. Find out something when it's not true. You say it's true when it's not true. Then it becomes. When you actually discover the fever in the food in KFC and you report it, that's not slander. Not just one point. One example. Another example. There's so many examples you can give. Not paying attention anymore. Why don't you all go?
I'm not sure it is a definition or not. I'm not sure. About the recently film about the scholarship and dentist.
Scholarship. The dentist.
Yeah. It is started by the definition of the people who have to pay for
That's not defamation. That's not defamation. But if what is said about the dentist is not true, you know, the person who posted all this news about the dentist, right? Who's now working at Harvard University. If it was not true, then it's slander or defamation. Right. But do you think that it's true or not? About the dentist.
In country website had a topic or comment is tell about other people is can not good. Yeah.
Not be good because saying something very bad about the person, which might not be true. I don't think this is not a concrete example, you understand?
I have another question. Do you agree with the law that said when you defame other people and you should go into jail or just pay fine?
Your question is
do you agree with it?
Or you think that just ask you to pay.
That's so good.
Okay, what happened before? Let's talk about defamation. นี่ทำให้เขาเสียหายเลยเสียชื่อเสียงอะไร Just tell you that very sad, but it's not defamation. It's not bad for his name. It's not saying something bad.
school about God and Islam, for example, Jewish in a funny way. So.
Oh, I see. Yes. So that they wrote some topical article about the thoughts of Islam, right? And so, I don't know whether that's information. Slander or information. And the people just got angry. Okay, I'm going to give you a point. It's like, it's a gray area when you write something so that you want to be funny, write something that is bad or something like that. And people can comment. That's people interest. And that's why they think that there was a terrorist act. Okay, anyone else? Not?
Thank you for your opinion. To conclude, it is a good idea that people who defend other people should be punished by law. But in some small cases, you don't have to go into jail or because it destroys your biography. On the other hand, if in the huge cases, you deserve to be punished by law because you destroy their life. Thank you.
What is the next topic? Before you go, I need to tell you that on the Wednesday, the 16th of March, I need to go to scholarship awarding ceremony. Very important one, have to miss that one. So we're going to cancel that class. The 16th of March, everyone calm down. And we're going to put forward that one. Whoever is supposed to be talking on that day would have to talk on Wednesday the 9th. Wednesday the 9th. It's 1 week before that, in the afternoon. So we have a makeup class in the afternoon of Wednesday the 9th. So that's why. So we don't have the class on the 16th, but we have the class both in the morning and in the afternoon. Both in the morning and in the afternoon. On Wednesday the 9th. Okay? Another one. I